In this video, I'm going to show how to get instant toe pain relief. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. In this video, we're going to go over easy exercises that can give instant toe pain relief even within 30 seconds. A note about these exercises, each one works just a little bit differently. To get the best results, go through them all, use what gives you the most relief. With that being said, let's get started. So a big reason why I wanted to create this video is because I actually busted this toe up right here pretty recently, stubbed it on a couch. I don't know if you can still see the bruising on the video. I have quite a bit still underneath my toenail, but these are the exercises that I personally use to get a lot of toe pain relief. And I really do think that it helps speed up the healing process. So the first exercise is actually going to focus below the toes into the long bones of the feet called metatarsals. These bones right here can become misplaced. They can get raised, dropped, and when that happens, it causes a lot of issues, including pains across the foot, over the arch right here, balls of the feet, even into the toe. So it's really important that we focus on these to get toe pain relief. So what you want to do is take the foot that's having toe pain and just place it up on a flat surface like your bed. You can also place it over your other side's knee. Let's focus a little bit more on what is called a raised metatarsal. That means that it's coming up like this. What we're going to do first is just find the metatarsals. It's pretty easy. Let's start with the big toe. What you're going to do is just kind of move it up and down like this. And what you're trying to do is trace down to feel kind of like a bottom knuckle, that bottom joint right here. So if you just kind of take your fingers and pinch into that area and move up and down, you should find it pretty quickly. So the metatarsal pretty much is right below that joint. So kind of pinch in there, and that's going to be our contact point. And you can also trace the length of these bones if you like, just kind of go all the way towards the ankle. You should have one for every single toe. Sometimes I feel like they're just big long chicken bones. But what I'm going to do once I found my metatarsal right here is I'm going to take the hand on the side of pain, I'm going to cup around the outside of my foot, so on that pinky side, and just get a really good hold on your foot. Just clamp into it gently. From there, you're going to take the meaty portion of your palm right here below your thumb, and you're going to press right towards the top of that metatarsal. And you're just going to press down. It doesn't take much force to do this. You can see on this video that I'm just gently pressing down. The more that you press down, the more that you're going to feel a really good stretch right here over that metatarsal. Usually feels really, really good. You want to hold this for about 2 to 3 seconds, relax, and then throw in another repetition or 2. If it feels pretty loose, no tightness, no pain, just move down and keep repeating this the whole length of that metatarsal. And once that whole metatarsal feels nice and loose, you're just going to move over towards the other toe and repeat, doing this all the way towards the pinky toe. As you do this, you're probably going to find that one pinpoint spot of pain or tightness, like let's say right over that painful toe that I busted up, and I just press in there and it's super achy. At that point, treat that like your weak link and keep repeating this over and over again until it feels like it's nice and loose or you're not getting any more improvement. So another thing that you're probably going to notice during this exercise is that if you do have a metatarsal that is out of place, you can actually clunk it back in. So it's kind of like a clicking, popping, or even a cracking sensation. If that's the case, don't be alarmed. That's completely normal. If anything, it's probably going to feel really, really good. So after we've done the top of the foot right here, let's now focus on what is called a dropped metatarsal right here on the bottom of the foot. So for this one, I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to interlock them just like this, and then I'm going to cup around the top of my foot to support those metatarsals. The stretch for this one is going to happen with our thumbs. So let's go right below. Actually, I don't know if you just heard it pop right there over the microphone. It didn't take much for that. But what I'm going to do is just go right towards the top of that metatarsal on the big toe and just keep pressing in there. And with this one, I really like to focus on bowing my foot as much as I can, just really trying to dig in there. At this point, hold it for a couple seconds, relax, throw a couple repetitions in, and then do this the whole length of that metatarsal. Really focus over the arch of the foot too, because a lot of foot pain and toe pain comes from this area into the ball of the foot. So really spend some time over that area explore it as much as you can. But do this over the whole bottom of the foot, over all the metatarsals. Try to find any spot that needs more attention, like right here for me. Just really bow your foot and dig in there and keep repeating this until everything is nice and loose. So after we're done working on the metatarsals, we're going to do an exercise that's going to target the toes directly. This is called toe scrunches. What we need is a medium-sized hand drying towel, but you can also use something like a pillowcase. Just don't use your spouse's and make sure to wash it afterwards. So just take the towel and you're just going to lay it flat at the edge of your bed. Whatever side that you're having toe pain, in this case it's my right, what you're going to do is place your heel off of the towel right here, but the rest of the foot is going to be over it. And just gently press your heel into the bed as you do this. But you're going to treat your toes like a claw. You know those machines that come down and just grab those toys? Mimic that. Just spread your toes out as much as you can, and then you're going to curl them down into the towel, and then you're just going to slowly lift up like this while gently pressing your heel into the bed. As you do this, you're going to feel a ton fire across the foot. I really feel it into my arch, but more importantly, I feel it into my toes. Hold this comfortably for about 3 to 5 seconds and then relax. And then just keep repeating this over and over again for about 5 to 10 repetitions. And with each repetition, challenge yourself to lift this towel up just a little bit more. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy and this is really helping out, try to throw in another set or 2. And I do recommend doing this on both feet, even if the other foot doesn't have toe pain, just to help keep everything in balance. Here's a really easy exercise that you can do right in a chair. This one's going to focus more on a self-massage to improve blood flow and circulation to the toes to help promote healing. For this one, we just need a soft round object. A tennis ball works perfectly, but if you do have something like a soft round dog toy laying around the house, you can definitely use that. But unless your dog really likes the taste of feet, I would recommend washing it. So whatever side that you're having toe pain, you're going to take the ball right here and place it right underneath that side's heel and press into the ball gently to the point where it's going to be a comfortable self-massage. Once you have that in place, you're just going to do a light circular motion. Go in one direction about 5 to 10 times and then switch it up in the opposite direction and then repeat. And during this time, I progressively press my heel into the ball just a little bit more to deepen that self-massage. Afterwards, see how it feels. If there's no tightness or pain in that area, what you want to do is work your way upward towards the toes. So go over the middle part of the foot, go on the outside, really focus on the arch of the foot because a lot of foot and toe problems come from this area, so we want it nice and loose. And then I work up into the ball of the foot. When it comes to the toes though, I like to target each one individually. So I'm going to go on the outside of each toe, also on the inside. And to help deepen a stretch to get a better self-massage, what you want to do is just curl your toe gently around the ball and kind of press your toe into it and then roll up and down. You can also go side to side, circular motions. In fact, as you do this exercise, I would recommend doing as many different movements as possible to find the one that offers you the most relief. But again, do this over each toe individually. So once we're done with the bottom of the foot, you're just going to grab your ball right here and then do the same thing over the top of the foot. Going around the ankle right here, on the outside, inside, over the toes right here, and with the toes, to get them to activate a little bit more with a good stretch to get a better self-massage, what you want to do is just take them and spread your toes out as much as you can and then curl them gently into the floor. And then at that point, do that self-massage. But as you do this, you're going to find that one certain spot is just the hot spot of pain and tightness. At that point, stop over that spot and keep repeating this over and over again in different directions also until everything is nice and loose. So let's take this one to the next level and focus a little bit more on strengthening muscles that help support the feet and the toes. For this one, what I'm going to do is place the tennis ball right in between my heels. So I'm going to be able to kind of clamp into it with my heels just like this. But let's take our toes and spread them out as much as we can, and then we're going to curl them into the floor very gently, just until pretty much all of the soft tissue right here around the toes is activated. Once you feel that, you're going to hold that position, clamp into the tennis ball with your heels, and then slowly raise your heels upward towards the ceiling. The more that you go up, the more that you're going to feel a lot of muscles start to fire, including the calves right here. Hold this comfortably for about 3 to 5 seconds, relax, and then repeat this 5 to 10 times. And with each repetition, challenge yourself, build into it just a little bit more. Raise those heels up as much as you can. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, challenge yourself by throwing in another set or 2. Since the big toe is the most common toe to experience pain, let's go over an easy exercise that's going to specifically target it. For this one, we just need the edge of a door frame or a wall. So take the painful big toe and place it right towards the edge. The rest of your toes are going to be off to the side. It's really important that we only have our big toe on the door frame. From there, you're going to press your heel like this towards the door frame until you feel a really good stretch form in your calf muscle that works downward towards your foot. Once you feel that, just slide your heel downward like this and gently press it into the floor. From here, we're going to go into a scissored stance like this with our feet, and then we're just going to take the knee on the painful side and just gently press our kneecap towards that door frame. The more that you go forward, the more that you're going to feel a deep stretch form in your calf muscle that works down towards the toes. This one usually feels really, really good. I like to hold this one for about 3 to 5 seconds and then relax. And then just like a pumping motion, I keep repeating this over and over again for about 10 to 15 repetitions. And with each repetition, just drive that knee closer towards the door. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels pretty loose, you got a lot of pain relief, you're good to go. But if you need some more repetitions, throw in as many as you like. So to take this one to the next level, let's add in a self-massage. Let's grab that tennis ball that we used earlier, and what you're going to do is position it right at the top of your arch, so right below your big toe. So what you're going to do is just get back into position right here, and you can use your other foot right here to position it. So I'm going to go right towards the top, and then I'm just going to slide down like this until my foot is gently pressing into the ball for a comfortable self-massage. And then from there, I'm going to build back into that exercise. This can be very, very tender, so build into this one nice and slowly. But I like to do this about 3 to 5 times over one spot, and then what I do is I move the ball down just a little bit, repeating this pretty much over the whole arch of the foot. This one is really good for plantar fasciitis. But give that a try and explore as many different spots with the ball as possible. You can even go towards the inside of the foot. And if you do find that one certain spot is just offering a little bit more relief, at that point, keep throwing repetitions in until everything is nice and loose. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.